Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into some interesting news from USA Fencing today. It's about their board of directors.
Yeah.
2 new members just joined, and we're going to unpack what that might mean for the sport.
Okay, cool.
So, first things first, got to lay out what we know right.
Yep.
USA Fencing put out an announcement
Mm-hmm.
on December 18th
Okay.
announcing these 2 new members,
Right.
Jade Burroughs and Donoghue.
Interesting.
And like always, we're going to try to read between the lines a bit.
Absolutely. That's the fun part.
See what these appointments tell us about, maybe
Yeah.
the direction USA Fencing might be heading.
I like it. Strategic tea leaves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's start with Donoghue.
Okay.
The announcement describes her as a renowned sports executive
Mm-hmm.
and DraftKings leader.
That's an interesting tidbit.
Right. DraftKings, for anyone who might not know,
Yeah.
they're big in the online sports world.
Huge. Fantasy sports, sports betting, the whole 9 yards.
So Donoghue coming on board,
Yeah.
it could mean USA Fencing is looking at ways to modernize, maybe, how fans engage with the sport.
It makes you wonder, right?
Totally. I mean, could we see fantasy fencing leagues
Oh,
or more emphasis on like streaming events,
yeah.
like trying to reach audiences beyond just the traditional cable TV setup?
Exactly. Think like younger fans, more digital platforms.
That's definitely a trend across sports. Got to stay current.
for sure. All right. So that's Donoghue. Now let's talk Jade Burroughs.
Okay, what's the scoop there?
The announcement calls her an NFL executive
Whoa!
and a sports industry innovator.
Okay, now that's a heavy hitter, the NFL.
Right. I mean, the NFL's massive.
It's like the king of sports in the U.S., right?
Pretty much. So bringing someone in with that kind of background,
Right.
it has to make you wonder what they're aiming for.
Big things, I'd imagine.
Right. Like the NFL's all about data, sponsorships, media, you name it.
Yeah, they're masters at all that stuff.
So could Burroughs be bringing some of that expertise to fencing? It wouldn't surprise me. Like, imagine NFL-level sponsorships for USA Fencing.
Whoa, that's a big thought.
Yeah. Or maybe they'll start using, like, advanced data analytics to train fencers.
Okay, now that's super interesting.
Right, like analyzing movements, finding tiny areas for improvement.
Like they do in football with all the stats and stuff.
Exactly. It's about finding any edge you can get.
Okay, so we've got these 2 new board members.
With very different backgrounds, yeah.
But both with the potential to, like, really shake things up.
Definitely.
And it's not just the new members.
Well, what else is going on?
Well, remember back in September,
Mm-hmm.
Damian Leifelt was elected as chair.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And there was that whole debate about the Y8 category.
Oh, yeah, the proposed changes to the age cutoff.
Exactly. Which ended up being suspended.
A lot of back and forth on that one.
For sure. So these new board members.
They're stepping into kind of a changing landscape.
Yeah, it's like a period of transition for USA Fencing.
Yeah. Maybe they're building a team, for a specific mission.
I like that. A team for a mission.
Like they've got the data person, the big picture strategist.
And now they need the people to, like, execute the plan.
Makes you wonder, what is the plan? What's the mission?
$1 million question, right?
It is, but thinking about fencing, like, one obvious challenge is visibility.
Yeah, it's not exactly the most mainstream sport.
Right. Even though it's super athletic and has a long history.
Yeah, but it doesn't get the same attention as, like, football or basketball.
Not even close. So maybe that's part of the mission here.
Yeah.
Elevate fencing, get it in front of more people.
And maybe, by doing that.
Secure more funding, more sponsors, make it more sustainable long term.
So, big picture.
Yeah.
We have USA Fencing bringing in people from outside the traditional fencing world.
Right. People with experience in things like online platforms and massive sports organizations.
And they're doing this at a time when internally there's some, let's say, restructuring happening.
All very intriguing. It definitely signals that they're looking to change things up.
And it makes you wonder, what will the future of fencing look like?
Exactly. Will it be more digital, more data-driven, more mainstream?
Who knows, but it'll be fascinating to see how it all plays out.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see what they do.
All right, so that's our deep dive into the new USA Fencing board members.
Lot to think about, for sure.
Yeah, and before we go, I want to leave you with a question.
Okay, hit me.
Imagine you're in charge of making fencing more popular.
Okay.
What would you do? Like, how would you present it to a wider audience?
That's a tough one, but a good one.
Right. And would you be into, say, a fantasy fencing league?
Oh, wow. Actually,
Food for thought, right?
it is.
Yeah.
And if you were a fencer,
Yeah.
what kind of data would you want to use to improve?
Okay, now you're getting me thinking like a coach.
See? Lots of possibilities here.
Definitely. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
We'll be back soon to explore more news and developments in the world of fencing.
Until next time.
See ya.